So, to get us started here today, I've asked a friend of mine, Brian, to come up. So, Brian will come on. He wrote a bunch of stuff on the board and did a great job of expressing some of his own wrestling with homosexuality. And I said, Brian, you got to come and offer that for our church. And so they get a chance to meet you and hear your story a little bit. So, we give Brian a round of applause.
Normally when I share my testimony, it's about 40 minutes, and I've had to condense it into 5 minutes. So we are just going to kind of barely skim the surface, but I trust that God will use my story to let His truth be known. I grew up in a Christian home with both parents and one younger brother. I never really felt connected with my father, and the older I got, the more uncomfortable I felt interacting with him. He would often come home in the evenings, and after dinner, would just read the paper. I felt safer in Mom's world, and I felt that was where I belonged. I became afraid of the world of boys, men, and masculinity. When I was in junior high, I began to really hunger for a best friend. I felt afraid to be alone and wanted someone to be my one best friend for life. Someone I could always know would be there for me and who liked me more than anyone else. The first of these friends that I found was named David. I put all my security in this friend, and my emotional state was determined by how well the friendship was doing. Fast forward a few years, when I was in high school, around 15 or 16 years old, I had my first experience with pornography. My friend had stashed a magazine near a hiking trail near my parents' house. I remember that I covered up the woman with my hand, thinking it was sinful and wrong to look at a naked woman, but that it was okay to look at a man since we looked the same. The idea that masculinity was defined by sexuality began to take root in my mind. Towards the end of high school, I developed another emotionally dependent friend. His name was Justin. This relationship was more intense than the one with David back in junior high. I tried to dress like him, act like him, and I started calling his mom, Mom. I desperately wanted another family other than the one God had placed me in. Justin came with me to help me move into the dorms at Biola University, and it was then that I told him I was afraid I was gay. He quickly brushed it under the carpet and assured me that I was not gay. I kept the secret to myself all during college until my very last semester. It was at this time that I took a class called Authentic Manhood. It might seem strange to you that I would even want to take a class like this, since I felt I didn't fit in with other men. But the teacher was very attractive to me, which is a great reason to take a class. And the truth was that I was curious about masculinity, and I longed for it. I just didn't know how to feel like a man. After the second week of class, I wrote at the end of my weekly paper that I struggled with homosexuality, just to see how the teacher would respond. I received my paper back the following week with the words, "Let's talk about this." So I took him up on his offer. He encouraged me to begin counseling and to seek out resources. After I graduated from Biola, I came to San Jose to do the graduate program at San Jose State. It was at this time that I heard of Exodus International, which is a Christian referral organization for people struggling with homosexuality who want to change and be healed. I began going to a weekly support group called Transformed Image, and I began weekly therapy sessions, both of which I still do to this day, almost 7 years later. After I had been going to this group and to therapy, a lot of issues began to surface. I realized how mad I was at God. I was mad that I felt gay, and that He says in His Word that it's wrong to act out these feelings. It feels very cruel. I never asked for these feelings any more than most of you asked to be straight. It just happened. I wanted to live life on my own terms, and so I did. I began to act out sexually with other men, knowing I was putting my life in danger, but it just felt so good. It helped to numb the pain that I was feeling. After I graduated from San Jose State, I ended up in my final emotionally dependent relationship, the most intense one yet. This friend also struggled with homosexuality, and he started going to Transformed Image to seek out healing. I began to be very attracted to him, and my life literally revolved around him for several years. I was attracted to those things that I envied in him, those things that I wanted for myself that I did not think that I had: his confidence, his muscles, his masculinity. This relationship ended about 2 years ago. He decided to pursue the gay lifestyle because he didn't think change was working for him. After this relationship ended, much healing flowed in. I believe that the work that I was already doing in therapy and in the support group began to be able to flow into my life. This friendship was like a dam that was blocking the healing, and when the dam broke, the healing was able to flow in. And looking back at my life, I can see how homosexuality really has nothing to do with sex. It is about the emotional and developmental feelings beneath the surface. These issues are actually ones that many people deal with, not just those who struggle with same-sex attraction. For example, a man who feels inferior and unmasculine may be heterosexually promiscuous to try to feel like a man by conquering women, whereas another man may try to attach to his masculinity by having sex with other men. The behavior is different, but the roots are the same. In not connecting with my father, I can see how this left a huge emotional deficit. I believe that homosexuality is trying to meet a legitimate need in a way that God never intended, and that never truly works. Overcoming these feelings and facing these issues that are deeply buried is a long, hard, and painful process. This process has taken me many years, and there is still more for me to learn and experience and heal. There were times I wanted to throw in the towel, and death felt much easier than trying to live with anger and hopelessness. Could God have healed me instantly and suddenly made me heterosexual? Of course he could have, but his way is usually through a process over time. During these past couple of years, I have learned to walk intimately with my Savior, and I would never trade that for anything. I've learned to put obedience to God's word over and above my own feelings, and in doing so, I'm experiencing freedom that I never knew was possible. When one is living apart from God, the self-deception is profoundly strong. But in living by faith, God begins to transform us into the men and women that he has created us to be. I didn't try to change my feelings. I simply wanted to do what was right. God has blessed my choice by very recently giving me the gift of heterosexuality. Those feelings used to be so foreign to me, and now they are an incredible reminder of God's power and blessing. I recently started dating a girl, and I can tell you that it is so much better than trying to find the right guy. I feel much more like a man when I'm in her presence than I ever did having sex with another man. Instead of comparing myself to other men and trying to live up to some other standard of masculinity, I'm learning to listen to God as he affirms me as a man. He has granted me hope and freedom, and I am clinging to his promise in Philippians 1:6, being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion.